Well, an SLC could kind of be described as a mini school within a larger school.
It's honing in on what the kids want to do, what their likes are, and so that you inspire them to do better. In a normal high school, everybody takes the same thing, everybody takes the same courses, so when you get out, there's really no specialization. There is general, everybody's general. So in this regard, we prepare a student to see what's going to be in the industry, to see what kind of studies they need to be successful in the programs.
The whole concept behind a small learning community is so that students can experience what a major, what classes they would be taking at the university level. A lot of students, when they're in middle school, when they're in high school, they're not really sure about what direction they want to go in. So the job of the SLC is to kind of pique their interest in certain areas that might be their strong points.
We have 7 mini high schools within this large comprehensive high school, and on top of that we have now an early college high school, a school within a school model. So the students are given a sense of belonging. They have one administrator, one counselor that they work closely with and create a sense of belonging and a family culture starting from their 9th grade year up until their senior year.
A counselor, a teacher will start with a group of students and they'll keep that group of students until they graduate. And so it's very different from your regular high schools where a counselor, you have a freshman counselor, then the next grade you have a sophomore counselor, and then you have a junior, so there's no consistency there. So you have from the time they start to the time they end, you have the same counselor working with them, the same administrator, and much as possible the same teachers working with them. So they're always honing, talking with them, and trying to build that rapport with the kid.
The design and engineering community, we strive to gain the interest of students in the design and engineering field. We expose them to different courses, different learning experiences, and what they can expect if they choose to major in one of these fields in college. So in the design and engineering SLC, you have the basic core area courses that all students are required to take. You have your math, science, social studies, and English. Those are standard. You also have a foreign language that is available for students, as well as technology courses such as Business Information Management, which is called BIM. Now, the other courses that pertain specifically to design and engineering would be the Computer-Aided Design course, Architecture, Building Trades 1 and 2, Welding 1 and 2, Auto Collision, Auto Manufacturing.
The design engineering, once again, engineering in there, so students are interested in pursuing an engineering career. They get to take the higher level math classes, some science classes, upper level like physics, that will help them understand the engineering a little bit better.
Our SLC prides itself on offering many different dual enrollment courses. Our students, not only do they graduate with a high school diploma, but they also graduate with an associate's degree from STC in engineering. So that right there is a big plus for choosing our SLC. Another way that we prepare students for college is we expose them to their interests. They picked our SLC for a reason, because they were interested in some sort of design, some sort of architecture, some type of engineering. Therefore, we expose them to all of the classes, all of the learning experiences that they will need in order to be successful in college and make appropriate decisions for their education.
Well, we're hoping they get a leg up on the other students. They're a little bit more prepared. And maybe then they know for sure that this is the career they're interested in. They don't have to waste like the first year trying to decide what they want to do. You know, by the end of the 4 years, they've experienced different classes. They should know what you know, what they want to focus on.
A lot of times we get students that are very interested in engineering, for example, and yes, there's differences between high school and college. However, they at least get their feet wet here. They get a little bit of understanding as to what it all entails, and if that's something that they're going to really, really enjoy, this is going to help them say, yes, this is what I want. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. A lot of times they're interested in knowing if these classes are worth college credit, which most of our classes are college credit, and that's why they come out with certificates. You know, they do get that dual credit.
By the time that they graduate, they'll graduate with associates in pre-engineering, which is really amazing because you go back when we were in school, there was no such thing. The only way you can get degrees is once you graduate from high school. So now that you can graduate with pre-engineering, what that basically does, it cuts about 2 years off your program, allows students to go directly into whatever field they choose. You know, if you consider that each course that they take is about $500, just tuition, and so you start multiplying that by, they end up with 60 hours. So it's great for parents, you know. If they were going to go to school on their own, you're talking about $8,000, $9,000 per semester. In a large school district, they'll save almost $30,000.
We have students that say they prefer just to have an associate's degree because they're more interested in the welding field, or they're more interested in the auto collision field, and they feel that with an associate's degree they can be successful. I had a student a couple years ago who got his welding certification, and as soon as he graduated, he had a job waiting for him in California where he was going to make $75,000 a year.
I always look for teachers to inspire their students, to nurture them, to be part of their life. Not just teach only the content, but teach the people or the students in their lives and develop them. So that's a main focus here in high school, is do we develop the students so they can be successful once they leave our high school.
The teachers are telling the kids that they can do whatever they want as far as careers are concerned. There's never a, no, that's too difficult for you, you can't do that. It's always, yes, definitely, you can do this, and if you like this, then you might be interested in this other class we have. I also teach this other class.
They had more of a parenting feel sometimes than they did a teacher, and that's what I think everybody wants. They feel like not just your teacher, but parent too. They want what's best for you.
So the teachers, they're always available, making themselves available after school, before school. Anytime you need help, they're there.
They're always pushing me to do my best and make sure I don't settle myself short or take any shortcuts in what I want to do, and they put me to my full potential.
When I first walked into high school, I was really scared and nervous about where to go, if I was going to get lost. And a lot of the teachers were really nice. My teachers for design and engineering are really outgoing, so they taught us how to be brave about things, not to be scared to step out of your comfort zone. That's a huge deal, going from one major to another. And they had given me the courage, they had given me that little push to be safe about doing it, and how I'm so sure about it, they gave me that pat on the back, like, you're gonna be okay.
The SLC, I just knew that it had to deal with architecture and engineering, and that's what I initially wanted to start it off with. But as time progressed, I realized that computer science was more of my passion. The teacher inspired me to major in that field. And of course the class, it taught me so much, stuff that I did not know about. I initially went in not knowing what computer science was, so after meeting the teacher and going through the course, I found out that I was in love with it.
So I believe the teacher that impacted me the most might have been Stephanie Garcia, from my entrepreneurship teacher. And currently she impacted my life because I thought more about being an entrepreneur. I thought more about, why do I have to work for someone else when I could work for myself? So I started talking to my dad, Dad, I want to do something. And I created my first product. It's a toothbrush made for braces. It's called Brush Smiles. What the toothbrush actually does, it's supposed to go around your tooth, your braces, and so it has little waves around them, so they go deeply inside each one. So simply you just have to do this, and it'll do all the work for you. I started my production, I started my prototypes, and from then on, I already have a few companies here in the Valley that are gonna open up my product. In 3 months, I should have about $246,000. I believe that if I didn't have this class, I wouldn't have been pushed, or I wouldn't have been encouraged to do something like this.
I don't just teach English, I also listen to them, and if they request advice, well, I'm the one there to give them advice or maybe a career path. I'm very passionate about my students. I am here for them. I have wonderful students here at Weslaco High School. We have awesome kids, and you know what? I see myself as a reflection of them. They're our future. I feel young with them. Look at the technology and look at the knowledge that they have accessible now that we didn't have ourselves. And I cannot wait to see them succeed.
My goal for every student at Weslaco High School is that they reach their potential. And I want it to be something that they can connect to. It's not just about learning the parts of a cell. It's not just about learning what the quadratic formula is about. Those are some of the basics that they're going to need to be able to obtain a college degree or an associate degree or a certificate of some sort, because that's what basics are. But what I want for our students to get from Weslaco High School through the small learning communities and through them having choices is I want them to get a strong foundation and a sense of belonging and get motivated about the future. I want them to be motivated about what they're going to do once they get out of Weslaco High School and give them real world experiences. That's the beauty of the small learning communities and all the choices that the students have here, is that they get real world application in the classes related to their interests.
If you have a passion for something, or even if you don't know, that's completely okay. It comes through time. Of course, you're not going to initially know what you're going to do. It's hard. And I figured that out as a high schooler, that you're not going to know right off the bat what you want to do. So as the 4 years progress, trust me, you'll figure out what you want to do.